I'm an economist by training, and I've worked in the department, well, what is considered to be the Department of Economic Development, or the heart of the department in terms of the planning center. And from as far back as I could recall, climate change has been a concern for St. Lucia. And when we look at the environmental concerns and everything related to climate change and how we finance our developments taking on a climate lens, we needed to look at financing for it from a different perspective. So with the Green Climate Fund being the largest climate financing institution, St. Lucia, as many other countries in the world, became a member, and we got the department to become accredited as the National Designated Authority for St. Lucia. Given the NDA, the department has really positioned St. Lucia to access the climate financing from an institutional and a governance perspective. And as chief economist at the time, I really pushed for St. Lucia to have its first country program. So we worked with the 5Cs as our delivery partner to really engage with the GCF and to get our foot into the door, because we had been attending the COP meetings, participating in a number of initiatives at the regional and international level. However, we had nothing specific on climate finance for St. Lucia. So as a department responsible for donor coordination and engaging in financing for the country's development, it was our responsibility to really engage. And as a chief economist, I had to lead that process. That would have been in 2016, 17, thereabout. We worked on this, getting the NDA, St. Lucia, as a national designated authority and the department. So basically, this is my second time being the focal point, actually. I would have been out from 2019 for a bit, and I've just returned as of May to take on that responsibility again. Okay, well, we have a country program. The process of developing the country program was very engaging. So we have stakeholders who are very engaged in that process, and we need to keep that engagement and momentum going. So my immediate goal is to really try to advance the initiatives within the country program to get to enable us to access the financing. And I say that from a perspective where we know we need the financing for our development, one, and two, our capacity needs to be strengthened. So whereas we're implementing readiness initiatives to build our capacity and our engagement, we need to now move towards the implementation of projects that are going to improve. We're working towards reducing the impact of climate change from both the mitigation and adaptation perspective. So these initiatives within the country program, it's really about advancing them to the point where they actually get approved for financing. We develop them further, get the approval for financing, and we implement. So my immediate goal is to really advance those initiatives to that point where they get through to the GCF for approval. I think the NDA is really poised to have caused at least 3 major initiatives or 3 projects to be approved by the GCF. We have some initiatives that are in the pipeline, and it's about getting them approved so we could see them under implementation by the next 12 months, as well as having a direct access entity in St. Lucia accredited. So I think this is really what I would like to see the NDA having achieved within the next 12 months. I just think it's very interesting work. I think the engagement, communication, and the knowledge aspect, knowledge engagement, it's a very interesting area of sphere of work, working on climate-related issues and looking at the climate financing mapping. And I think we need to get more engagement from civil society and private sector, specifically in this area of work. It's not just about the public sector. We need more engagement from the private sector, and we as a public sector need to be prepared to engage the private sector in that area. Because the ecosystem for climate financing, it really requires the private sector.